Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Dream Driven X. In the last video, we have discussed about the basic sum function used in Excel 2021. If you have any doubts, you can click the above link to view the particular video. So in today's video, we will discuss some more Excel function or formula with the same example which we used previously. So in case of any queries, you can pause the video at any time and practice it for your better understanding. Now let us get into today's video. This is the example which we used for the basic sum function. The example which we taken is online course selling application. So here we have a set of data which is details about the salesperson and their weekly report. How many sales they have made for the entire week. So now in the last video we have already discussed how to perform sum function. Now, additionally, in this video, we will discuss on some more functions. So the first function which we are going to discuss is about the date function. For example, so here in one particular cell known as F5, I have added a data called date. So now if I want to update today's date here, so for that I no need to go and look at what is today's date and I have to update it manually. If I update here manually like 14, 10, 20, 24, what will be the issue is every day the date will be remaining static. But every day whenever I open this Excel sheet, this date has to be updated. That is what my requirement here. So that means the date has to be dynamic here. Every day when I open this Excel sheet, the date has to be dynamic. Based on the date I'm opening, that particular date has to be updated here. So in order to do that, I no need to go with the static manner, because as you already know, if I go with the static manner, I have to manually update it every day, but it has to be dynamic. So in order to achieve that, there is a function in Excel 2021, which is nothing but if I want to use a function, I have to use equal to. So in order to update today's date here, there is a function called today. You can able to see here whenever I'm typing the first two letters, the autocomplete box is getting updated and it is showing the corresponding function here. Either you can type it entirely, or if you use tab in your keyboard, it will automatically update there. It is one shortcut which you can understand. Either if I want to click here today, I can type it entirely, or else what I can do is simply after typing two or three characters, click on tab, it will automatically update that function. Inside this function, I no need to pass any parameters here, but I have to mention it using a function. So today of function. Now you can clearly see here, I haven't updated here the date as static manner. Here the date has been updated using a function called today and in a dynamic manner. So when I open this Excel sheet tomorrow, the date will be shown here as 15. I no need to go there and update it manually. This is the first function which I want to explain you about. Now let us discuss about some more functions. So the very first function which we discussed was about today, which will update the date automatically. Now the rest of the function which we are going to focus today is about, so the first function will be calculating the total sales which is made for the entire month. Then let us calculate the average sales. Then we will calculate maximum. Maximum is nothing but out of this data which is the biggest number which is available. Similarly, we will try to calculate the minimum. As the name suggests, you already know that it will calculate the smallest number which is available in the entire cell. So then I will calculate a function known as count. Count is nothing but how many datas are available or how many numbers are available in the data set. So to calculate that, we will use the particular function. Now these are the five functions which we are trying to calculate here, which is total, average, maximum, minimum and count. So in today's video, we will focus on the 6 functions. First one is today. Then apart from that, we will discuss on this 5 function. Now what I will do is, I will make a border for this. So I will select this 5 rows and I will apply border here. So now in order to calculate total, as you already know, if I want to use a function, I have to use equal to. So total we have discussed in the last video itself. So I hope everyone have already guessed what it is. So it is nothing but sum. So when, as I already mentioned, it is not mandatory that you have to type everything. If you find the data sum, so you can just click on tab here. So it will automatically update that function. So in order to calculate sum, obviously I need to pass certain parameters. What data I am going to perform sum. So what I will do is, I will just select this particular cell, which is D12. I'm going to calculate the total sales which is made for the entire month of all the 4%. So what I need to do, I have to select all the 4 datas. So let me select all the rows. Based on the data which you are selecting, based on the cells which you are selecting using your keyboard, automatically the value is getting updated here. So which is from D12 colon G15. So let me close the bracket, and if I click on enter, you can able to see the total of all this sales which is made is 1000. You can easily calculate this. If you see here, what is the sales data of Ricky is 250. So the sales data of each person is 250. So if we calculate all 4, if I perform addition of all 4, I will get 1000. So with that, we can come to a conclusion that whatever calculation or whatever formula we have applied is working properly. So this is first function, which is nothing but sum. So now let us go with the second function, which is average. So that is also a function. So obviously we need to use equal to. So equal to, in order to perform average, there is a function called average itself. So you can able to see there are a lot of function using average, but now we are discussing about the basic function. So go with average. So for average also we have to pass the parameter. Let us pass the same parameter. So why I have not selected the H cell is because that is already the total is calculated. We need to take only the sales data. So the sales data is from D to G column. So D12 colon G15. So once after I close the bracket and click on enter, you can able to see it is automatically calculating the average of this 4 cells. So which is pretty much simple. You can use this function anywhere in your requirement. In future, if you are working on any real-time examples or if you are working on any data set, in order to calculate average, you no need to do it manually. So this Excel is providing us a predefined function. Using that function, we can able to easily calculate. In similar way, the next function is calculating maximum number. So we already know what will be the answer. So out of this cell, what is the maximum number? Manually, if you look, 100 will be the maximum number. So easily we can guess. Here we have only 4 datas, or we can say 16 datas are there. So it is easy for us to do manually. But imagine in real time, there will be millions of datas will be there. In that, if you want to find what is the top sale, what is the maximum sale done, it will be calculated within a fraction of second using this function. So in order to use that maximum function also, you can use equal to maximum. You can able to see there is a function called max. You no need to type entire maximum. The function for that is max. Max of, you have to select all this column. So you already know what will be the output. What is the maximum number available here is 100 is the maximum number. In similar way, we can apply it for minimum also. Minimum, there is a function called min. Then you have to open the bracket and then you have to select the corresponding cells. What will be the minimum number here? Obviously 25 will be the minimum number. You can able to see the output which I am getting here is 25. If you look at this example, you might think that it is very simple. We can easily do it manually itself. Why we need to use this function? Why we are going for this function is, as I already mentioned, In real time, we will be dealing with millions of data. There, finding it manually is possible, but it will take lot of time. In order to reduce the time, in order to achieve our desired output within fraction of second, we can use this function. So now what is the next function is count. Count is nothing but finding out how many numbers are there in our data set. Manually, you can see here. Manually, how many numbers are there? It is 4 into 4 matrix. So it is 4 rows and 4 columns are there. So obviously it will be 16. We use a function known as count. Using that count function, we can able to easily find out the data. So let me select this rows and column, close, and if I enter, it is 16. So with this, we have almost covered totally 6 functions, which is date. For calculating today's date, there is a function called today. When I open it tomorrow, it will automatically update tomorrow's date here, which is dynamic. So, and then we have discussed about sum function, average, maximum, minimum, and count. So these are the different functions which are there available in Excel 2021. Still we have a lot of function. What I am trying to say is these are the basic functions, right? There is another way for calculating all this function available. So we have used basic functions here. So in Excel 2021, there is another way to make use of all this function. So now let us see how to make use of this function in another way. So in order to do that, there is a formulas tab which is available in the Excel. You can see at the top. So go to formulas tab. There you can able to see insert function. So this is another way. Either you can do it directly by using this equal function. You can make use of all that function, or else you can make use of this formulas tab and click on insert function. So here you can able to see n number of functions which are available. So for calculating total, what is the function we have to use, which is nothing but sum function. So select sum, click on OK. So here it will ask us to select the numbers. So selecting the numbers, you can do it from here also. So we need from D12 till D15. That is the same thing which we used previously, but this is another method. Click on OK. So you can able to see the output is going to be the same. What I am trying to say is this is another method. Instead of adding it by using equal to like this, equal to average of, instead of doing that, there is another method which is using this formulas tab insert function. Now what is the second one I'm going to calculate is average. So here you can able to find average, click on OK. Once I click on OK, it will ask you to select the numbers from which data set to which data set you are going to find the average. So select this D12 to E16, sorry, G16, G15. So click on OK. The output which we are going to get remains the same. So the next one is maximum. So click on insert function, go to formulas tab, insert function. Here you can able to see maximum. Click on OK. You have to select the numbers. So let me select from G12 to G15. Click on OK. The answer is going to be the same, which is 100. So the next one here is minimum. So here, if you can't able to find the minimum, you can type it here. Click on go. It's not that you can't able to find. Whichever function is required, you can use this search function here. Search for a function. If you search it here, you can able to find that minimum function. Select that, click on OK. Now here you need to select the data. Click on OK. The output is same 25, and here it is going to be the count function. Click on insert function. You can able to find count here. Click on OK. Select the data set. The output which we will get is obviously 16 will be the output. So with this, you can come to the conclusion that either you can make use of that formulas tab and insert function option, or else directly you can apply the formula manually. So now what I will do is, let me just apply the border here. Go to the home tab, click on this border and click on all border. Yeah, with this we come to the end of today's session. So in today's session, we have discussed on 6 different function, which is today also we have worked on the basic function only. I am sure many of you have already aware of all this function. Maybe for you all it will be like a quick revision, and for the one who are totally new to this Excel function, you might get some basic idea about how to make use of the function, what are the different ways in which we can make use of the function. You might have get an idea. So now what I will do is I will just give a quick glance of whatever we have seen in today's video. In today's video, we have discussed on first function is calculating the today's date by using today function. Then we have used 5 basic function, which is sum, average, finding out the largest number and finding out the smallest number, and finding out how many datas are there or how many rows are there in my data set, how many exact datas are available in my data set. So for doing that, I have used 2 methods. First method is manually typing that formula using that equal to, and second one is by using this formulas tab. In that I have used insert function. So this is what the basic function used in Excel 2021. Now what you can do is you can pause this video and you can practice whatever example we have used here, so that you will, instead of just listening whatever I am saying, if you work out with all this example, you will get an idea, you will get an understanding, and you will know where to use all this function. So maybe you can save this Excel file, so that in the next set of function, whichever we are going to discuss, there we might be using the same Excel sheet. So what you can do is you can save this, and in the next video we will discuss on some advanced functions which are used in Excel 2021. Thank you everyone for watching the video till the end. If you like this content or if you like such content, please like the video, share your thoughts, share it with your friends, and please subscribe to the channel Dream Driven X. Thank you everyone.